Yeah, buy t-shirts, your son. But first of all, hi, James.
Hi. Yeah,
Hi.
what was that thing you just said? What? You buy t-shirts.
Yeah, it was a moment of me just expressing myself, but mostly talking about the band that we're going to be listening to today.
Oh.
Yeah, buy t-shirts, your son. So this is a band who I don't know if you've ever heard of them before.
I have heard of buy t-shirts.
You would have heard them around my apartment occasionally.
Okay.
But I don't know. Do you recognise this sound? Do you know what they sound like? Are you familiar with their sound?
I think they sound like this.
Uh-oh.
I hear that sometimes.
I literally have no idea what to do with that.
I know what Japanese music sounds like.
it's the monolith that is Japanese music, as represented by Yabai T-shirts your son. Well, I would say that Yabai T-shirts your son managed to be an outlier in many ways, in that they are quite intriguing. But they got a brand new song. The brand new song has come out today.
I do have an image of a music video in my mind, but I don't think it's worth me trying to describe it, because I think I remember there's a guy on a keyboard in like a whitish room.
Okay.
I think, and
This doesn't sound like the right band.
No.
Well, I don't know what this is going to do to you then when you hear this. This is a brand new song. Obviously, I haven't heard this. It's just come out today. It's called Pac-Manism.
Cool.
And it seems to be Pac-Man 45. It's got like the little logo in the middle.
It's a corporate thing.
Well, Pac-Man, well-known corporate fucking king of capitalism that is Pac-Man.
Yeah.
With his like micropayments in. Yeah, he was the original micropayments, wasn't it? So kids putting their 100 yen coins into the machine. But anyway, so we're going to listen to this one and see what you're thinking. We are listening through the speakers. I don't think that's going to cause any sound problems. Hopefully it all sound good. But if this video sounds terrible, I won't upload it. Or maybe I just will. Who knows? Let's find out together. All right, let's turn the sound up. And let's get the sound level right. Okay, I think it's good. Let's listen to it together and enjoy. And by the way, just in case you don't know, I really enjoy my t-shirts sound. This band I really like, so we're going to give our opinions from both those perspectives. Let's go. Oh, they've gone right in on this, haven't they?
I'm guessing he's Alvin and they're the Chipmunks. Do another take and scratch their nose halfway through that song.
I mean, immediately it's got their usual sort of accessible punk energy mixed with these big melodies. This video is priceless. Should have named the other game that this looks like 2 days before Overload. But it's on today. I really like how this video is filmed, and the song is doing everything I want from a Yabai T-shirt song. That is definitely way. Hold up.
Interesting.
Let me just express myself with the easiest way. Yes, I fucking like that. I like that a lot. That's the kind of face you need for this. All right, so Before I get into my thoughts on this, as someone who's maybe not familiar with Yabai T-Shirt, do you now recognise them, or is that still a bit of a...
No, I mean, if that's how the female vocals are in all of their songs, I would have rememred that I was about to say,
more. You probably would have done it.
Yeah, I probably would have.
Thoughts on this, though? How did you feel about this?
It doesn't have... I don't think... You would have thought, because Pac-Man's a global brand. I mean...
I should point out, just for anyone who doesn't know, because obviously you work a lot with, like, cultural things, and that you've got like a shop, you sell like video games, Japanese stuff, and all kinds of things. So okay, so that would be your angle on this.
But in general, Pac-Man is a global brand. You know, you get the arcade machines, and then you get that Pac-Man metal coin game as well. You get to play in some arcades.
Okay,
and there's always keychains and
a lot of merch,
t-shirts, and so I would have thought that the song doesn't have as much global appeal as it probably should have.
I think, though, I mean, to be honest,
I can't imagine that, because there are some Japanese songs, because Korean music is really popular everywhere at the moment. So I would have thought, they would have been. Perhaps they weren't too conscious of bringing out a song that they could release everywhere and have everyone, recognise it and play it.
A couple of things to throw in here, because I mean, I think that's actually a really interesting angle. I mean, first of all, no one knows where this started. This could have been Yabai T-Shirts. She sounded quite popular. They could have just wanted to do a song about Pac-Man and then got the licensing later. Or, I mean, that would not be out of character for this band. Or if it was the Pac-Man brand for some reason wanted a theme tune,
it does feel like they approached. Yeah, Namco approached first.
I honestly, you might be right, but I honestly don't. I think that's the sort of thing where you can't tell from outside. If I'm honest with you, that's not something I would ever say is easy to tell. In this particular case, though, if it was that approach, then from my perspective, I actually think this is something you see a lot in Japan that I think is actually the better way of doing it. I mean, take, for example, when Anno did that theme tune for McDonald's. That is not the sort of music that would work overseas, but it doesn't need to. It's like not every song has to be an international hit. If anything, doing a song that better knows its market is actually better rather than trying to get some universal, bland, hit all points kind of song.
McDonald's, they are territorial. Definitely.
But what brand isn't it? If you've got like places,
I guess so, but Pac-Man, I mean, what is it that they're selling in Japan specifically that they have to just appeal to the Japanese market with?
I'm not even sure if that's really how this song's being approached, but I mean, as a song though, I mean, it is as a Japanese rock song, which is, and by T-Shirt again, this is a band you would go to if you want to do things the Japanese way. This is not a band you wouldn't even go to them if you wanted international mass appeal. You'd go for them for people who want to hear something a bit on the weird side.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the way her voice sounds in every song.
Namco, do they have their own arcades anymore? Do you still get the Namco arcades? Just thinking, you can start hearing this song in their arcades.
I think it's just like a song that's out there in the ether and raising a bit of awareness for a brand and a band. Look at that. That worked. There's a bit of alliteration in there. As a song, though, and as a music video.
For me, the best thing in the music is a thing I already recognise, and that's the Pac-Man tune.
Oh, the Pac-Man tune was in there?
The beginning bit, yeah. The
I don't know the Pac-Man tune.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Even though you don't know the Pac-Man music.
I'm just like listening to it as a song. All right, so
I see. Right.
Tell me, is it?
That bit. Yeah, that's the Pac-Man.
Really?
Music. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So it's like having the comments section where I get educated by people who actually know stuff, but in person, it's like in-person comment section.
That's what makes it feel. Well, yeah.
I mean, again, I think a lot of the time when you do these songs, it's because you don't want to just sort of do something which is like all brand. You want to do something which brings something to the brand. So, if we take the Pac-Man thing out though and just look at it as a song and as a video, as its own like little artistic creation.
Yeah, it's a bit everywhere for me.
Okay,
yeah.
A little bit sort of like...
It's a bit frenetic, yeah. It's, yeah.
I think, to be honest, the reason I kind of get at that is because I think your response to the song is probably what I feel like maybe most people who aren't kind of into this sound would be, is like a lot of people who are not into Yabai T-Shirts Shazam, not saying that's like, I'm not saying you're anti them, but a lot of people who are not into them, they tend to sort of like go, oh, it's a bit all over the place.
If you're coming to it for them,
I would say, from my perspective, it's very much a Yabai T-shirt Shisan single in that it's very structured. It has a chorus, it has verses and all that. I think that it's got a good fun chorus. It plays the dual vocal thing they do really well, and I actually think the video for me it captures their personality really well. Sort of the bright, colorful craziness. A lot of their music videos, because you mentioned about the bit where there's the take. A lot of their music videos prior to this are one take music videos where like there's one where they got like the Rube Goldberg machine and it all falls apart and they're chasing it around.
Right. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yep, that's this band.
That's one we
did
then before.
Then there's the one where they're in the snow and they're walking around sort of doing like summer games in the snow and it's just like one long take and there's all their videos, well, a lot of their videos are like that. They had one video come out before this and it was kind of like an alien abduction one and I gotta be honest, it didn't work for me. I think it was kind of like a little bit, it felt like the idea didn't really land. Whereas this, to be honest, again, I think this actually works again because the craziness, them juxtaposed with Pac-Man, whether it works for the brand of Pac-Man, I don't know. But for them, I feel like Pac-Man suits them, even if they don't suit Pac-Man. I feel like the bright, colorful craziness, them running away from little ghost monsters, and then just this final set, like this whole thing they're performing in here.
Everything from Namco's warehouse.
I just like
thrown in.
This looks like the sort of band who should be performing in just a room full of colorful what the hell. And yeah, I thought this was brilliant. I thought like the colorfulness, the video was bright and fun. The song, it's not gonna reinvent their catalog, but it's definitely hitting all the beats that you want from a single from them. I would say if you are a Yabai T-shirt Shisan fan, this is definitely what I would say this is what you want from a single from them. Whereas if you are not, and you've probably come to it because it's a Pac-Man tie, and you might be confused, or you might be going, what?
I do like the 5 in the 45 logo.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice.
I look forward to seeing that again in 5 years when 50. They should have held out for a 50th anniversary, I suppose. But
did they do it at 35?
I don't know.
Did they do
or 40th or 20? Yeah, exactly.
Well, if they did it at 40th, it would be really confusing. Oh, they could do it with the O. They could turn the O into a Pac-Man, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Do they just do this every 5 years? It's possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. Those are those are our thoughts on the brand new Yabai T-shirts Shisan tied in with Pac-Man music video. Pac-Manism. I mean, yeah, I love that. Get in the comments, tell us what you think, and until we hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these. For now, he's got a Korean drink. Just to confuse you, where are we really? Ciao, ciao.